is the Bulldog on Class X Radio. Ready to launch your Friday. And, we love Friday. We'll have a special football report since it's, of course, Friday. And we'll cover all the upcoming, events for the weekend. Lots of news, lots of Romney, lots of Obama, and, of course, lots of traffic. Do you have a traffic report to start, Denise?
You know what? Pretty quiet out there, actually. It says
we've learned
no problems.
We've actually learned that Friday, there's not much traffic, so you can have Friday off if you want.
Can I?
Yeah.
Cool.
Tonight, I'm going to be going to the Grateful Life annual dinner in Devou Park, which is an organization that my wife's involved with. It is an organization that relates to those individuals that struggle with drug and alcohol abuse and are trying to get back on track. I struggle with all kinds of abuses. Do you, Garrett?
Absolutely.
I've been abused.
Abused a lot of things.
And tonight, of course, is Get the Let Out tribute band concert at the Madison. Class X Radio is involved, and we're going to be giving a giveaway at 8 o'clock. Lots of people have emailed me why they should be chosen, and, of course, only one can be chosen. Also, 10 p.m. tonight, well, actually, this morning, and see if we had the televisions, Jake, we could watch the Today Show while we do our radio show.
He's working on it.
But apparently our televisions are going to be installed today. But this morning on Today's Show is a 4 or 5 minute segment on the Sarah Jones, Cody York story. And then at 10 p.m. tonight, there is a Dateline piece on the Sarah Jones, Cody York. We gave them access behind the scenes. And in addition to that, they interviewed Cody York and Sarah Jones. I'm going to give something away. I'm going to give something away. They interviewed Sarah Farmer, the prosecutor. And it's my understanding that Sarah Farmer, the prosecutor, admits on national television that Sarah Jones is not a sexual predator and Sarah Jones does not belong in jail. How do you like that? Now, we played that song just a little while ago, man.
No.
What did I say about the list?
That's what's good about this plan. You can shake me off.
You know what? Yeah, it's like the catcher. Garrett, you better get your musical act together.
Spry, you better get me some songs.
Saturday, Summit View Middle School in Independence from 2 to 6 p.m. is a hayride, and yours truly is in charge of it. You can meet the underboss. You can meet the underboss, Chuck Holbrook, and his lovely bride, Rebecca, as they drive the Bulldog truck and the hay wagon around for people.
Oh.
Don't run over anybody, Chuck. If you do, I will represent them and sue my insurance company.
I was going to ask you if you were going to drive a tractor, but you're driving the truck. Okay.
Today is an anti-bullying day, and apparently, we haven't played that one in a while. You're a good man. Good recovery.
Thank you.
It's an anti-bullying day. You're supposed to wear purple.
Did I? Where's your purple?
It's right here on my tie. See that purple?
Yeah, I see it.
I dropped some jelly
you got some
on my
great
shirt
jelly
earlier.
on your shirt.
Some other things that we're going to cover today. Do we have a great story for you? Do you guys believe in ghosts?
Absolutely not.
I don't either.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either. But I want to tell you something. Something happened yesterday at the federal courthouse when Chuck Holbrook and Chad Fuller took the Erica Collins lawsuit to be filed that will make you have goosebumps. And, of course, I will tell that story. Lots of funny bits from the Al Smith dinner. If you did not know who Al Smith was the first Catholic that ran for the presidency. And unfortunately for Al Smith, he was labeled a popist. In other words, like even if he was elected, he would be, how should I say this? I want to save those for later. He would be considered, he'd follow orders from the Pope versus the electorate, the Congress and the American people. JFK had to deal with that same issue. But, of course, it's a bunch of poppycock. Don't you think? It's like...
Poppycock, yep.
And that's...
I like that.
Watch your mouth, Denise!
Come on, it's popcorn and peanuts and caramel.
I want to say this. This quote for today is awesome by Abraham Lincoln. Let us have faith that right makes might, and then in faith let us to this end dare do our duty as we understand it. By the way, did any of you all do your Skype interviews with the television folks?
Today.
You do them today?
Yeah, well, I was supposed to yesterday at 5.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but they called me about 4:30 and had to change it. But they called me 3 times yesterday. I was shocked.
Dun, dun, dun.
You know, when it comes across, it says New York, and you look at your phone, and I'm going, I don't know anybody from New York. And it wasn't registering to me, that I'm thinking LA.
But now that everybody's doing interviews, I think the cat's out of the bag. I think I'm going to do a press release next week and announce what's going on. Because it's kind of, come on, there's too many people that know about it already. 1765, the Stamp Act Congress met in New York and wrote the Declaration of Rights and Liberties. By the way, I'm going to write a Declaration of Rights and Liberties of Bulldog Nation. I'm going to do that. 1914, the U.S. Post Office used an automobile to collect and deliver mail for the first time. Let's see what else we have. 1951, President Harry Truman formally ended the state of war with Germany. And interesting enough, I started reading a biography of Truman this morning.
You started reading this morning?
People wonder how, I got up at 2:30. People wonder how the Bulldog does it because he doesn't get sleep. 1963, the Beatles recorded I Want to Hold Your Hand. 1973, Ringo, the greatest Beatle, released Photograph. 1982, John DeLorean was arrested on cocaine charges. Not guilty. 1983, Senate established Martin Luther King Jr. federal holiday, and I think we have a little bit for you.
We will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Yeah, baby. I consider that one of the greatest speeches in American history. I rank it third behind Gettysburg Address and Patrick Henry's Stamp Act speech. But Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream. Whoa, baby.
You got a book on him? I want to read an autobiography.
Yes, let me tell you, I got lots of books on him, and I'll bring you one that's an easy read.
Yeah.
In other words, it's not a tome. It's like a 230.
Because I'm kind of stupid. I can't do a hard read. I want an easy read.
Well, there's a difference between a biography.
Picture book by chance?
No, 300 pages versus a 700. I've read a lot of 700-page biographies, and they take a while. Chris Kattan is 42 today. Rodney Carrington is 44. Ty Pennington, 48. Evander, I don't have an ear, 50. John Lithgow, 67. And Cassius Marcellus Clay.
I'm young, I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
How about that confidence?
Now, I just want everybody to know that that was the wrong Clay, but that's okay. See, that is Cassius Clay, Muhammad, but this is Cassius Marcellus Clay, who was the cousin of Henry Clay, who was a big abolitionist. But that's all right, man.
So not a boxer.
Cassius Clay was named after Cassius Marcellus Clay. Dun, 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 dun.
Wow.
You didn't know that, baby.
No, I had no idea.
My first political consulting company that I started, this is pretty cool. Henry Clay was considered a great speaker. Cassius Marcellus Clay was considered a great author. So I called my political consulting company Henry and Marcellus, and my logo was a pen and a sword. Dun, 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 dun.
I like that.
And how long ago was that?
I would have been back in 1984 or 5, so to speak.
Wow.
Here we go. Evaluate Your Life Day, New Friends Day, Say Goodnight Day, and Seafood Bisque Day, and also Anti-Bullying Day. Proud to report there is no deaths to report. Yeah. Today there's showers. Saturday, cloudy. Sunday, sunny. The feel-good song that is on the Facebook is Knack, Good Girls Don't, But I Do. I love that song. Good girls don't. Good girls don't. Don't you like that song? Good girls don't, but I do.
Yeah, I like that song, but
we
are
play
you
that,
going to
don't
sing
we?
it? Are you going to sing it for us, or are we going to
I'm
actually
not-
listen to
I'm
it on
not-
the air?
No, I'm not going to sing it. Let's have some fun with what's going on in the ridiculous world of pop culture. Homeland, the hit show, is being hit by legal action from Lebanon, whose government say the show inaccurately portrays Beirut as a city full of terrorists. Ha ha! Struck a nerve there. Sorry, folks, we have the First Amendment right in this country. Michael Jackson's father does have a permit for a concealed gun he showed off in Vegas. He's armed and dangerous. Britney Spears, a former employee, alleges in a new book that Britney Spears shaved her head in 2007 because she needed to conceal evidence of heavy drug use. What?
Yeah,
doesn't make sense to me. Newsweek is ending its print edition. Its last one will be December 31st.
Really?
It's tough, baby, the newspaper business. What else do we have? Whoopi Goldberg, she tried to infer that the reason Mitt Romney didn't serve in Vietnam was because it would have been against his Mormon principles. And by the way, Ann Romney kicked butt on The View, and we'll talk about that when we come back. Until then, this is a great song that we haven't played for a while, I think. Viva La Vida by Coldplay on Class X Radio. Eric Deters, the Bulldog on Class X Radio. Denise, is there anything going on as this beautiful Friday in traffic?
Nope, it's pretty quiet. I'll tell you what, it must be nice to have like a 4-day work week, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I really do think a lot of people take off Fridays.
I think they do too. What the heck? Take off Friday, who cares? Friday's a good day to take off.
Monday, take
Let's
off.
do some jack wagons. We're going to jackwagon up Barack Obama. Why?
Yeah, jackwagon?
Because the man accused of leading the attack on the continent in Libya spent last night sitting on the patio of a luxury hotel, sipping mango juice and mocking the U.S. government and the Libyan army. We're going to do everything we can to get them. Yeah, right. How about Vice President Joe Biden? We're going to jackwagon him up.
Jackwagon?
He said, I don't understand how they believe, and they do believe. Ryan has written a book called The Young Guns with two other fellows, members of the House. No, there are Republican leaders in the House. Unfortunately, the bullets are aimed at you. And then he made a big thing. How many people have somebody served in Iran? Duh. Jeez, oh, Pete. Harry Reid raised his hand, actually. Oracles. My alma mater, the president, we're going to give her an oracle. I know this is going to be a special honor for her. The sister, Margaret Stallmeyer, is going to retire June 30th as the president of Thomas More College. We'll give her oracle status.
You've been awarded oracle status.
It's been a long time since I read a joke on the air. And, of course, unlike some people that have you ever heard Gary Jeff Walker? I know Gary Jeff's my buddy, but on Saturday morning when he does a joke, he does it like without any drama flair. He goes, duh, 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 duh. You got to get into the joke. Would you agree, Garrett?
Absolutely.
So here we go.
It's on the delivery.
A man is sitting reading his newspaper when his wife sneaks up and whacks him on the head with a frying pan. What was that for, he asks. That was for the piece of paper in your trousers pocket with the name of Mary Ellen written on it, she replied. Don't be silly, he said. 2 weeks ago when I went to bet on the races, Mary Ellen was the horse I bet on. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I should have thought there was a rational explanation for it. 3 days later, the man is sitting in his chair again, reading the newspaper, when BAM! His wife hits him with a bigger frying pan this time, almost knocking him out cold. He staggers around and says, what was that for? And his wife replied, your horse called today.
I like that.
Dun, 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 dun. Worthy of an on-air reading.
That was good.
Very good, William.
Very good.
Now, here you go,
William.
big guy, Mr. Garrett, sportsman.
Yes.
Why are strikeouts in basketball referred to as Ks?
Strikeouts in baseball.
Mm-hmm. Why are they referred to as Ks?
Ks. God, I have no idea why that.
Since S was already used for sacrifice at the time in the 1960s, Henry Chadwick, the inventor of box scores in 1980, just designated the last of struck K because it was struck out. So they used the last word in K. And now you know the rest of the story.
Wow, that was my next guy. I was going to say that. I just know they do the backward for the backward K for the when you strike out looking, the forward K if you go down hacking.
Yeah. How about this? Bruce Springsteen, according to Rolling Stone, at a rally for Obama yesterday, he said, I get to speak after President Clinton. That's like going on after Elvis. I was frantically calling the E Street Band backstage. Quick, I need backup. I need backup. Human speech has been monopolized. If I had brought the saxophone, you would have seen a real jam up here. Come on, Bruce.
Bruce.
You got Bill and no sax?
Someone that makes such good
music. Letting him play
music.
Clarence?
How's his head that far out of place?
In some local news, Josh Mandel told Sherrod Brown to calm down, Senator, calm down. As Mandel was booed, Mandel said, Senator Brown is a liar for using false information in press reports and campaign ads. I think Mandel's going down.
Sounds like it. Jeez, he's getting
I'm
worked, huh?
I don't know what it is, but I don't know. He just rubs me the wrong way. We've already had this conversation.
Is it the age? I mean, he looks like he's about 12.
No, not his age. It's just there's something weird about him. Obama and Biden are going to come to Dayton next week. Are you all excited?
We're just thrilled.
Purple People Bridge, a hotel and entertainment district, is planned for the bridge, and the plan is expected to bring 1,000 jobs to the area. My buddy, Reverend Rob, who speaks down at or introduces bands, or not bands, but comedy at the Funny Bone Comedy Club. Reverend Rob, when are you going to give me another gig at the comedy? I want to do another comedy show at the Funny Bone. Highland Middle School students in Anderson. Of course, that's the home of our Garrett.
Yes.
Good job, Jake.
This
By the
has
way,
to be
Jake,
a great story.
We need a poster report in a minute. Students at the school have been threatened with expulsion and suspended after viewing a photo of their teacher's naked upper body. Now, I would say this. Why are they being suspended? The photo was accidentally synced from her cell phone to a school-issued device, and students say it isn't their fault, and parents fear their children are being treated unfairly. Why should they be punished, Denise?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? If she had something on her cell phone and
It sounds like it's an accident for everybody. You know, I'd hate to be a teacher. I wonder if Bill Spry would fire us if there was topless photos of me or you or Garrett or Jake that surface somewhere.
And a topless photo of you, Garrett, or Jake would just be a horrible thing.
I bet you Bill would give you a raise.
Yeah. Do you think?
You know what? One of the great things about doing this on Class X Radio is we got a rebel for a boss. He's not some kind of wimp sack. Garrett, Jake, give us a full report on the posters that we've added to the studio.
We got a new shipment in, so now we have Abe Lincoln, Ronald Reagan, Teddy Roosevelt, George Washington.
The greats.
An AC/DC poster that says, "Giving the dog the bone."
Oh!
Or giving the dog a bone, sorry.
Giving the dog a bone.
That's pretty cool. It's kind of like a flag.
And just to my left is the one and only Teddy Roosevelt. We need to get a Truman poster, too, by the way.
Truman
and Andrew Jackson. I'm going to get all my faves.
Okay.
Do you want a poster of somebody, Denise? Would you like to add to this?
Yes, I do. I was going to buy one for myself and bring it in. I need one of Matthew McConaughey right over there.
I support you. I like Matthew McConaughey. He's a man's man and a woman's man. Matthew McConaughey's a cool dude.
There, can I get Garrett?
Get a Matthew McConaughey poster.
And I want it right over there in the corner.
Not shirtless.
Okay.
Come on.
Now, I also, don't you think
there's one in a white shirt and he has a hat on.
We deserve the Farrah poster?
Okay. I think we do.
Poster. And where's the Johnny Cash FU poster?
It's coming up. It'll be up.
Just so you know, folks, this is a drab studio, but very nice studio. Thank you, Roger Kaufman. But we're jazzing it up with our posters. And we're still waiting for our Class X banner, Bill Spry. Dun, 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 dun.
You know, in my latest issue of Playboy came with a poster. Can I bring that in?
You're disgusting that you subscribe to smut like that.
What?
Keep it at home
Smut
under the
like
mattress.
that.
It's got great articles.
I do Maxim magazine, not that. At least I'm 49. That's you switch to Maxim magazine.
I think you can bring the Playboy in.
Thank you. Jake agrees. Zim?
You can bring it in. Just keep it under.
Since these television people used to run MTV, I guess they won't mind this irreverence. How cool is that? MTV kind of people, television,
are the dog
Bill
people.
Spry, radio. There are kind of people. No uptight corporate jackwagons.
That's right.
We're done with those. Hey, by the way, this is really funny. Nah, I can't. I would give it away.
Oh, God.
It's amazing to me the number of people that work over there, Garrett, that hire me to be their lawyer at our former place of business. That Clear Channel?
That dump.
It's amazing.
And
they call me. They call the dog.
Of course they do.
They don't.
They all come screaming
back.
back. I tell them no.
They call me instead of Wells.
They want an attorney they can trust.
I bet Wells is horrible as an attorney.
Yep.
I wonder. So you've done who have you worked with over there? What kind of cases? Don't say names.
No, I can't say that.
You can't say cases?
I've done everything. I've done divorces. I've done criminal cases.
For people over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've done. It's a whole smorgasbord.
Criminal?
Car wreck cases, everything.
Wow. I want to know who's the
miscreant
over there.
And I keep confidences.
That's good. You know, tell me off air.
San Francisco beat the Seahawks.
About that.
13-6.
That was a real barn
When we
burner.
come back, we'll do some football and we'll do lots of other sports. But until then, we have Indiana Wants Me by Dean Taylor. We need Matchbox 20, Bill Spry, on Class X Radio. Eric Deters, the Bulldog, on Class X Radio. Give us a traffic report, Denise.
Well, there's an accident northbound 7175 at Buttermilk. It says it's on the left shoulder, but, I'm not even seeing it on the cameras. Traffic's still light, so it's not causing any problems. Just wanted to be aware that it was out there.
Dick Smith, everybody on Dick Smith, okay?
Nobody on Dick Smith. Nobody on Coleraine, no problem.
I have to admit, guys, that joke's getting old.
Which one? The Coleraine? Dick Smith is getting old.
Dick Smith's getting old.
I guess it gets
Why don't you give a report on who's playing high school football today?
Yeah, we can go down the list of games here. Let's see. Marist, is that how you say that? At Withrow, CHCA at New Miami, Cincinnati Christian at North College Hill, Lockland at Cincinnati Country Day, Summit Country Day at Clark Montessori, Riverview East at Evangel Christian, Beechwood at Ludlow, Dayton at Bellevue.
Cover the big games. We want to know that Elder's playing Highlands at 7:30 tonight
Highlands.
in Fort Thomas.
How about this one? Marymount, Reading. That's a huge game.
Brossard versus Walton Verona.
Boone County, Campbell County, Connor and Scott, Finneytown, Wyoming. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. Let's get some big games. Baden, Roger Bacon, Elder Highlands, LaSalle at St. Francis
Did you
de
hear that? You
Sales.
just, skipped
That's
right
a big
over
one.
it.
How about this? Anderson at Winton Woods.
Woo! Winton Woods is going to roll my Redskins, unfortunately. Lakota West at Coleraine, Fairfield at Lakota East, Hamilton Middletown, Mason at Princeton, Sycamore at Oak Hills, Taft at Western Hills, Turpin at Loveland.
What's the deal with my Simon Kenton Pioneers? I don't even see them on the schedule.
I was going to say, what do they got, an off night
Newport
here?
Catholic waxed Holy Cross 49-10. By the way, the offensive coordinator at the Holy Cross school, when they won that championship last year, is my dentist. And when I coach high school football, he's going to be my offensive coordinator. He's going to leave Kozerski to coach with me.
There you go, nice. We got big games tomorrow, St. Ed's at Moeller and St. Ignatius at St. X.
There we go. There's some games worth
Big games.
talking
Those are
about.
Tomorrow afternoon.
All right. Guess what happened last night? The Tigers swept the Yankees 8-1. It's over. What happened to our Yankees? I can't believe it.
Yankees are struggling.
The Cardinals beat the Giants 8-3. They lead the series 3-1. It makes me sick. I'm rooting for Detroit.
They're going to win it.
They say Tim Tebow might be used as a running back in Sunday's game. Oh, my God. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Let's cover the football schedule, the NFL football schedule. Cardinals at the Vikings, Redskins at the Giants, Cowboys at the Panthers. Please win. Titans at Bills, Saints at Buccaneers, Packers at Rams, Ravens at Texans, Browns at Colts, Jets at Patriots, Jaguars at Raiders, Steelers at Bengals. Hey, William, on Friday you might want to give us the big games in college football. I tell you, I'm still coaching this kid, man. Still coaching him. Obama's school, his daughter's school, the Sidwell Friends School, evacuated after received a suspicious phone call. I want to tell you right now, you mess with the Obama kids, you have to mess with me. Leave them girls alone. They seem like great kids.
Well, there's no reason to mess with any kids. Why would you want to bomb threat at a school, period?
I know. I got to say something. When we get to the Alfred E. Smith dinner last night and Romney and Obama, I'm going to say something in light of my constant bashing of Barack Obama that is going to shock.
A compliment?
Bulldog. Did I say that? It's going to shock Bulldog Nation.
You're going to give him a compliment.
You still can't find this matchbook song?
We got it. I just was saving it for, prime time.
Come on. You're learning, man. The 21-year-old Bangladeshi man who tried to blow up the Federal Reserve had been issued a student visa by the State Department last December.
Jeez.
God. It never ends. By the way, John Oslika, give him Oracle status.
Yep, absolutely. John.
Window World guy.
You've been awarded Oracle status.
They arrested somebody else in that bombing plot.
He's from St. Louis. John Oslika is.
They arrested some pedophile in that bombing plot of the New York Federal, some other guy.
I tell you right now, pedophiles are terrorists.
Oh, yeah. That's just, ugh.
3 women were killed at the Las Dominican M&M Salon in Central Florida yesterday by a gunman who then turned the gun on himself. The shooting was an extension of a pre-existing domestic dispute. I'm telling you, you got to take this stuff serious. People wonder why Sarah Jones got that restraining order in DVO. Some guy who has some drug issues says, I'm going to break your neck or I'm going to do a murder-suicide, you take that serious. And let me tell you something. It's been proven. Sometimes people's lives spiral so far out of control, they feel helpless and that their life is over. Mm-hmm. And they don't care anymore.
Well, then you get that anger built up. I mean, think about how many women, how many people, have been shot. I mean, women in the faces just,
That's never happened to me, though. I'm always ready to battle back. I'm a warrior.
It's a dog, a rebel.
Hillary Clinton slams a former employee in an interview with the magazine Marie Claire. It appeared as if Hillary Clinton slammed a former employee who left her job at State because she couldn't balance work and children. Clinton said, I can't stand whining. Some women are not comfortable working at a pace and intensity you have to work in these jobs. Other women don't break a sweat. I have to admit, I give it up for Hillary. Because you know what? If you're going to work in that kind of a job, hello, something's going on in the world that needs some attention. I got to go balance my life. Sometimes life gets imbalanced, right?
Life ain't fair.
That's right. Life is not fair. A Texas judge ruled that cheerleaders at the Contz School District can use banners and signs that promote Bible verses at school football games. The judge issued a temporary injunction and set a June 24th trial date. Denise, I'll bet you were a cheerleader.
Nope.
You weren't?
Nope. I should have gotten some money off of you on that one.
I was going to ask you for a cheer.
Nope, I wasn't a cheerleader.
I have my you know my wife because she's the mother of your friends. I've asked Mary to do a cheer a few times, and she has. Give me a cheer.
Is she a cheerleader?
She was a cheerleader.
Oh, man,
she was a cheerleader on the Simon Kenton High School state champions of 1980-81.
There you go.
That's all right.
She's a famous cheerleader.
That's all right. That's okay. You're going to work for me someday.
U-G-L-Y. You ain't got no alibi. You're ugly.
Yo, ugly. Ooh, we should get the cheerleaders from SNL.
Oh, hey, no. Yeah, see if you can find the cheerleaders from SNL, Jake, or that piece from the cheerleader SmackDown when the white cheerleaders went in on the black cheerleaders in what's it called? The cheerleading movie. What was it? Help me out here. Come on.
I don't know.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Remember they went to see him at the gym and those black cheerleaders just laid it down, baby.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find that. They got rhythm.
Jake's our clip finder, baby.
My dad used to, when he would come to our football games, he didn't like the cheerleaders though. He sat away from them, so he didn't have to.
I went to Latin school. We didn't have any cheerleaders.
My daughter did cheer, but other than that, for several. This is her senior year, and she's like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
My daughter Charlie Ann cheered all the way up until her senior year, and then she quit too. And this is a funny story. It's senior night. Remember it's senior night when they say my favorite moment is, and they all walk out on the field.
Yeah.
There were like 5 or 6 cheerleaders or football players that said in fact, she won. Their happiest, their finest moment of the year was this. My daughter going and tackling the Campbell County Campbell mascot, whooping the mascot's butt, knocking him down. And then they couldn't take a joke. They had the police looking for my daughter, and she went up to the Simon Kenton section. They put on a sweatshirt for her, and the Simon Kenton parents basically got her out of there alive. The next day, okay, I'm laughing about this. I think it's funny. Oh. I said, you're going to get in trouble for that. Well, nobody's going to know, Dad. I said, Charlie Ann. Monday at school, they actually suspended her for a few cheerleading games. But to this day, Charlie Ann says it was worth it because everybody remembers my daughter for tackling that camel.
That's like
what the hell has Campbell County got a camel mascot for anyway?
Oh, God.
That reminds me of the you seen the Ace Ventura movies?
Yes.
The first one at the very end when that Philadelphia Eagles mascot screws up his attempt to get that rare bird that he's chasing after. And so he goes and just beats the hell out of him.
He deserved it.
And they get him on the big screen because they're thanking him for finding the dolphin. And they get him on the big screen as he's on top of this eagle, just pounding on him.
Pound, pound, pound.
Great movies.
It is a great movie. What are the big? Do we know who the college football games are tomorrow? Do we know who?
Who's Notre Dame's got? I had tickets.
Hold on a second. Talk for 1 second.
I had tickets to the Notre Dame game, but I am not going to go Let's see who is.
I'm going to do it because I got the sports page here.
There you
He's
go.
gonna beat you to it.
I got ESPN. Let's see who wins. I clicked on college basketball. I'm going to be.
Well, I'm having a hard time finding it here. Come on, college.
Come on.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys know there is an
schedule.
accident northbound 7175 right
yeah,
around Buttermilk.
thank you. I forgot about the accident.
We're going to cover that. And you know what? Today we're going to cover some things going on. Fountain Square is having bras on. It's bras with flair on the square today. So that starts at 11. So now you got your sports, because I was going to fill this in here for you while you guys are looking.
UC plays Toledo at 7 p.m. Saturday. Miami plays Ohio October 27th at 3:30. Ohio State plays Purdue at noon, and UK plays at Georgia at 7 p.m.
South Florida at Florida, number 7 South Carolina at number 2 Florida. That's pretty big game there. Who's Louisville have? They've got South Florida.
Let's get everybody pumped up.
Brigham Young.
Ladies and
against
gentlemen, the
Notre Dame.
American jury, if you're going to break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend this weekend, just play them this song. When we come back, we'll have Class X Radio report on Class X Radio. This is the Bulldog on Class X Radio. Denise, will you please promote the event tonight down at the Madison that Class X is involved with, as well as you can follow up with a traffic report. I'm giving you too much airtime here, but go ahead.
Oh, too much airtime. Okay, well, this is for you anyway. So
Stick time.
Tonight we will be at the Madison Theater. Now that is for Get the Let Out. But the thing is, you still have about an hour and 10 minutes to email the Bulldog here for reasons why you need to come and meet him. Because the thing is, we're giving away 2 tickets tonight to Get the Let Out.
Not one, but 2.
2 tickets, so you can bring a friend. And you can get the good thing is you get to have the meet and greet with the Bulldog, not just the band. You get to meet the Bulldog. You can get a picture. That is, if you can get him to smile. And then you'll also get to introduce the band with the Bulldog on stage. So you'll get to do that. And then again, you'll get to meet the band, signed poster, and 2 Class X T-shirts, and a week. Your picture is going to be on the Facebook page. Now, exactly, I don't know what good that's going to do for you, but it'll be on the Class X Facebook page. And then there's also dinner for 2 at the Whack Burger. So there's a couple of things there. Big contest. You can get it this morning, 8 o'clock. Email Eric. We're going to give it away at 8, so right around 8. Eric at ericdeters.com. Give him a reason why you need to come down and meet him tonight. He has got several entries, but see if you can come up with something creative as to why. So
there you go. That sounds like a good night at the Whack Burger, and go see the show. Get the let out. Maybe hit the brass ass afterward.
How do you not like the Whack Burger? By the way, this is funny. Chuck and I are both going with our wives to the Grateful Life dinner, and we got to leave to go introduce the Led Zeppelin band. That's going to be fun.
It'll be. I mean, it will be. It's actually,
then we'll probably get home at 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's not good. Well, I don't know if they'll like that.
That's actually true. I'm not kidding you. You know, I work all the time and I stay up all night.
I do.
On Friday and Saturday night, I want to be in bed by 11.
Really?
That's weird, man.
I was going to say, I know I've seen stuff from you. You even said you got up and were reading this morning. I
was reading about Harry Truman.
Unbelievable. But I did want to mention the accident northbound 7175 at Buttermilk. I'm not seeing it on the camera. Just be aware it's out there. It's on the shoulder. Might slow you down a little bit. Be aware.
We forgot to promote the radio station phone again. 513-201-8891. Chuck, you were supposed to put it on Facebook. You were supposed to make sure that it was on the front and center of the newsletter.
Chuck's sleeping.
Chuck's falling down on the job, man.
You know what, Chuck?
Don't Jack Wagon him. He takes that personal, man.
Does he really?
He'll come in here. Remember, he's the underboss. He'll have the Capios coming after us, man.
My finger was on the trigger, and then you stopped me.
He stopped you.
Thank God. It would have been bad.
Chuck could have had a
See,
bad
Chuck,
day.
I saved you.
You know what today is?
Chuck.
Catherine Nero's birthday.
What is today?
Catherine Nero's birthday. You know Catherine Nero? She's the anchor at Channel 9. And she just went through breast cancer.
Channel what?
Channel 9. Listen to you. She's a good friend of mine. Stop that. Behave.
Hey, I got to tell a funny story.
Okay.
I do free legal work all the time for people. And let me explain that. You shoot me a text message. You want a quick little, like, hey, I'm getting evicted, da-da. You send me an email. Free advice all the time. You want me to send a little letter, make a phone call? I do that stuff all the time. You're going to laugh at this. I'm going to show you this. This guy sends me this email.
That's like
30
pages. 40 pages.
Look at this. It's a freaking book. And he wants me to review this and tell me what I think. I said this. I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to read the book that you sent me without being paid. I read short stuff all the time. I said, I asked him to send me a little bit of money and I'll read it. No response. It's like you watch. He probably hates the Bulldog now because I refuse to spend about three freaking hours.
That thing's
reading
what,
that book.
30 pages.
That's how people try to take advantage of the Bulldog.
Unbelievable.
But I don't let them take advantage.
Did you read any of it? Did you get any of the gist of it? I mean,
no, I didn't read a minute of it. Are you kidding me? By the way,
the gist, people, just give them the gist of it.
By the way, I think we have a winner of our big shebang.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to wait till 8. Somebody might send you something else in.
All right.
We just announced it.
Now listen, we're doing a special piece. Chuck and I are. We're doing a special video for my Halloween party next Friday. And this is going to be so funny. I mean, we're going to post it on YouTube. We're going to post it on all our stuff. I'm looking for some guidance here. I'm going to read some names off, okay, and see if you guys got any to add. These are I need famous celebrity kind of Cincinnatians. Marvin Lewis, Chief Craig, Chad Ochocinco, Bob Huggins. Let me see who else I got here. By the way, all of you are on here too, by the way.
Wonderful.
Just so you know. You all are going to be featured. Carson Palmer, Chris Smitherman, Ben Swan, Ken Brew, Tricia Mackey. Let me see here. Joe Deters, Bob Castellini, Jeff Ruby, Tom Dinkle, Wildman, all the guys from over the other place. Mayor Mallory, Dusty Baker, anybody famous Cincinnati you could think of. Oh, nah.
Did you put Nick Lachey on there?
No, Nick Lachey's worth adding.
Carmen? Yeah, Carmen Electra.
Carmen Electra. People that are around here now, really.
Well, Pete Rose is still around.
Yeah, Pete Rose. He's probably
Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah, Chris Collinsworth might be worth.
We got Al Mike. Yeah, Al's not a Cincinnati.
I want current people.
Oh, okay.
Currents.
I'm not kidding you.
Frampton.
Peter Frampton.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Bootsy.
Bootsy's a good one.
Bootsy.
Good job. If you are listening to this and you didn't hear somebody in Cincinnati that I missed, email me at eric@ericdeters.com. I don't want to miss anybody. Yeah, Burbank. I forgot I didn't have him. Burbank's worth putting on here.
There you go.
And we're going to pick. Not everybody's going to make the cut, but we're going to pick the best of the best. And I just want everybody to know it's going to be our television debut. It's going to be funny. By the way, this has nothing to do with like the television thing that we're doing.
Just a little video for the party, huh?
Yeah. What song did you give me?
Cars.
The Cars. We like that. Not yet. I think we're a little early.
Not yet.
Too early. Let me see. What else are we going to cover? Obama on Libya. He said, here's what I'll say. He was on The Daily Show. If 4 Americans get killed, it's not optimal. He continued, we're going to fix it, all of it, and what happens during the course of presidency is that the government is a big operation, and any given time, something screws up, especially when you're the president.
We've got a clip of that. Is that what he just read, though?
It's not what he just read. It's on Libya.
Go ahead and do it.
We weren't confused about the fact that 4 Americans had been killed. Sure. I wasn't confused about the fact that we needed to ramp up diplomatic security around the world right after it happened. I wasn't confused about the fact that we had to investigate exactly what happened so it gets fixed. And I wasn't confused about the fact that we're going to hunt down whoever did it.
Right.
And bring them to justice.
You're not doing a very good job of hunting them.
As I said during the debate, nobody's more interested in figuring this out than I am.
Somebody, Bulldog Nation member, Ryan just gave me one, Larry Flint. He was from here.
Ooh,
and we missed
Springer.
And I can't believe we missed. Yeah, Springer. Guys, I can't believe. And how about this?
We missed
the Holmes Bulldogs. The Holmes Bulldogs played Covington Catholic.
Well, you were like, get to the important games.
Dogs, go Dogs.
Talking about those hillbillies, Holmes.
Hey, you know what? The Bulldog is the leader of the downtrodden, the oppressed, the accused, the convicted, the broke, the injured. Dan Francis. That's who I represent. Dan Francis is from Holmes.
Did I just call Dan a hillbilly?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Just telling you, man.
I meant it, Dan.
That's the way not to back down. I admire you for that.
Oh, George Clooney. Is he on there?
Yeah, there's no use.
Clooney?
There's no use.
Yeah, George Clooney.
Bulldog Nation member Judy says Johnny Bench. I wonder if that's from personal. I wonder if that's from personal experience.
I bet so.
Just teasing, Bulldog Nation member Judy. By the way, Bulldog Nation member Jessica, we might have lost her yesterday. She's mad at me.
Is she?
I publicly pounded her for her liberalism.
For racism.
Racism, that's what it was. Racism. What else? Romney was right on Obama's pension. Get this. Obama's pension is with the Illinois General Assembly Retirement System, which has $30 million invested in a company organized in the Cayman Islands. His pension also is invested in Chinese firms. Bam, baby, bam. We come back, more Radio Superbity, and until then, we give you the cause. That's all I can do on Class X Radio. This is the Bulldog on Class X Radio. Let's go to Denise Johnson before I forget so we get a traffic report. I'll get going and I'll forget about it.
Yeah, well, we've been talking about that accident northbound 7175 for a while this morning, and it's really starting to cause some problems as far as backing up. I'm sitting here looking at the cameras. So from Buttermilk back past 275, right there around the Erlanger Cinemas, you're going to be pretty much it's like a parking lot there. So once you get past the accident, things look pretty good. Actually, the cut in the hill is pretty clear. So everybody's having a problem getting from 275 on. So right now it's about a 20-minute delay, if not even a little bit more than that. So all that traffic started just rolling there in the last half an hour. So there's also another accident, Murdoch Goshen at Grove Run Road. Now, that's kind of off the beaten path, but might cause you some problems there as well. Other than that, not too bad.
All right. Ann Romney went on The View yesterday, and she just handled Joy Behar just fine. I tell you right now, the Romney camp is just absolutely rolling. They're rolling. Don't you agree?
I hate Joy Behar.
I know. What a be-all.
Giant B.
I don't know.
Barack Obama
Firecrotch.
has made a fatal mistake since the first debate. And let me explain what that is. When you acknowledge that someone bested you on that public stage, what that message sends to everybody subconsciously is they're better than you, and you just admitted it. It's a big mistake, huge mistake. Even if they do best you, you can't admit it when you're on that public stage. Something that I've had happen, lawyers make this huge mistake in trial. I've heard prosecutors and lawyers on the other side of me in a courtroom, they'll say, now, Mr. Deters is a really good lawyer, and he's a really good speaker, and da-da-da-da-da. Now, does everybody understand, just because he is, it's the evidence that counts, not what Mr. Deters says. And you sit there and thinking, well, thank you very much for just telling them that. It's a big mistake. You shouldn't do it. And Obama basically, Obama's basically, and his team has basically conceded that good old Romney bested him. Shouldn't have done it. You guys got into those cheerleading clips? Is that what you're talking about over there?
No. We were looking at some possible posters, some comedy posters for the studio.
Jay, could you find anything cheerleading-wise?
I didn't.
You didn't?
I didn't think he
I'm
was
sure I
looking.
can. I didn't look too hard. Yes.
All right, well, you're fired.
He was looking for Matthew McConaughey.
I do comedy, and one of the things about comedy, and I guess the best person to just use as an example is, just pragmatic, what's his name? The Jewish comic that had that long-running television show. Seinfeld? You know how Seinfeld used to take the stage? Seinfeld used to take the stage and talk about just those the whole movie was about observations.
Yeah.
Here's an observation that I came to in the office refrigerator yesterday, and I almost did this. Why is it, and I know every man out there is going to agree with me, and every woman's going to agree with me, you could do a whole comedy act about what men do that is stupid. Why do men, when a carton of something is empty in the refrigerator, we'll just leave the carton or the box in the refrigerator in the cabinet? I mean, I'll take the last soft drink out of a carton that's in a refrigerator, and you leave the carton in a refrigerator. Men do that, don't they? Why do we do that?
I don't know. My kids do it too.
You take the last cookie in the pack, you leave the box.
They leave the box. Right?
I don't do that though.
I do. And I think men do it a lot. I've never seen a woman do it. Women will. Okay, that's the last one. You throw it away.
Right. We take out the whole box. So, I mean, I don't know. Why do you do that? You're a man. Tell us.
I don't know.
Because Garrett doesn't do it, but Garrett probably doesn't do it because do you live by yourself?
Yeah. Well, I mean.
So you would have to take care of it.
Yeah, but all my food's mine. Yeah. So exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
But even still, when I was growing up, I never would leave my stuff. But I know what you're talking about. Guys do that. Yeah.
All right. Bill Clinton, a Weekly Standard. Get this. Clinton said, Governor Romney's argument is we're not fixed, so firemen put me in. It is true we're not fixed. When President Obama looked into the eyes of that man who said in the debate, I had so much hope 4 years ago, and I don't now, I thought he was going to cry because he knows that it's not fixed. Oh, my God. You know who's happier than heck right now, based on the polls and everything? is Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton is sitting there saying, I supported the guy. Hillary stayed loyal, and he's going to lose.
Yeah,
it is the perfect thing for the old Clintons. Let's go ahead and do some of this Alfred E. Smith dinner at New York. Now, this is an annual dinner, and the president always goes to it, and it's tradition that the candidates go. And we've got some clips, and I watched it. I got home in time to watch this, and I tell you right now, I thought they were both good, but I'm going to comment at the end of all of this, a major thing that I noticed about Barack Obama. So let's hear some clips.
People seem to be very curious as to how we prepare for the debates. Let me tell you what I do. First, refrain from alcohol for 65 years before the debate.
Romney killed it.
Second, find the biggest available straw man and then just mercilessly attack it. Big Bird didn't even see it coming.
Oh, next.
Making the most of my time in the city. Earlier today, I went shopping at some stores in Midtown. I understand Governor Romney went shopping for some stores in Midtown.
That's pretty good. See, we can laugh at that. It's just joke.
By the way, somebody sent me a text. He goes, Romney killed it. Obama was terrible. And I said, no. Obama was funny, too. They were both funny.
It's not like they're writing these jokes.
No, exactly. But next
Ryan has written a book called The Young Guns with two other fellows, members of the House. No, these are the Republican leaders in the House. You had.
Wait, is this a real?
Yeah, that's not from.
That's not from the speech.
Different clip. Sorry.
Jeez.
I never suggest that the press is biased. I recognize they have their job to do, and I have my job to do. My job is to lay out a positive vision for the future of the country, and their job is to make sure no one else finds out about it.
That's pretty good. We got
that settle down
more.
Joe is
settle down.
First, some people say, Barack, you're not as young as you used to be. Where's that golden smile? Where's that pep in your step? And I say, settle down, Joe. I'm trying to run a cabinet meeting here.
What about we all have someone special, Romney? I thought that was a clip.
Yeah.
President Obama and I are each very lucky to have one person who's always in our corner, someone who we can lean on, and someone who's a comforting presence without whom we wouldn't be able to go another day. I have my beautiful wife, Ann. He has Bill Clinton.
Oh, but Michelle didn't like that one. Another one you guys missed there was this. Romney says tomorrow in the press it will be Obama, hangs out with Catholics, and the headline for Romney would be Romney hangs out with rich people.
Yeah.
I like the Midtown joke. That was good.
When shopping for buildings.
He actually said this too. Romney dressed in a tux and bow tie said it's nice to finally relax and wear what Ann and I wear around the house. Of Obama, he says you have to wonder what he's thinking. So little time, so much to redistribute. Ouch. Now let me just share. This is my comment about the overall performance there. Romney did so well, not only in his delivery but his presence. He looked like a leader. He looked like a president.
Last night or
last night at the Alfred E. Smith dinner. I mean, and this is a big organization for Catholic fundraising, and it was just he delivered. Now, Barack Obama, there was just a little bit of he just would rather not be there. You can tell. He did make a funny joke about Bill Clinton. He says, "Everybody sit down before Clinton starts yelling at your chair." And he also had another funny line about why the hell are we here? This isn't a swing state, but. I have to say this, and I cannot believe I'm saying this because, trust me, folks, it's pedal to the metal, foot on the neck, let's beat Barack Obama. But I'm not kidding you. This is what's going to shock everybody. I actually felt sorry for him last night. The way he looked and the way he talked, he looked defeated. It's almost like he knows the defeat's coming. He was uncomfortable. He was in a place that was out of his element. And I really did. I'm not kidding. I felt sorry for him. It was like, I feel sorry that he had to be there because you could tell he didn't want to be there. And Bob Beckel last night on the 5 for 5 made the comment, if it is true that, Romney's at that 50% level, it's over. No one has ever lost the presidency this far, this point in a campaign to be at 50% and lost ever. In all the states, they're surging. I mean, he might win Pennsylvania now. And I think what it is people are finally focusing in, and we're going to go over the polls, but until then, this is one of the best cruise songs of all time as you're cruising in to your job. This is Ace Frehley, the best song written by any KISS member by themselves on Class X Radio. Eric Deters, the Bulldog on Class X Radio. I got to share something with you, folks. The best newspaper in the entire country is the Wall Street Journal. And I remember when I took economics at Thomas More, they asked us, part of the class was to read the Wall Street Journal and teach you how to read the front page of the Wall Street Journal. And it's only been when I started doing radio that I really paid attention and read the Wall Street Journal. And the paper is incredible. It not only covers business, it covers news now. And the section in the newspaper on Friday called The Arena, and then on the weekend, they have a weekend edition called The Weekend Journal, is just absolutely packed with fun stuff. I'm going to share with you. For example, what's in a name, how important it is to have a title of a name of a movie. Hollywood holdouts. This is interesting. Why male nudes get short shrift. How they set the night on fire, a story about the Doors. Taylor Swift's a new album in her Kennedy inspiration. Chefs putting down roots, about chefs, living on farms. John Paulson, the big hedge fund manager, his investment in real estate. Agent real estate secrets. At home, 250 miles above Earth, something about the people that have been in space. I mean, it's just an incredible. How much to sleep in George Washington's bed. Tales from a casting couch of life. Let me see here. The back section, some great stuff on sports, including the blue field. I mean, it's just a great newspaper, and I just encourage you to read the Wall Street Journal. You'll stay up on anything and everything. How about a traffic report, Denise Johnson?
Well, we've been dealing with that accident this morning on 71, 75. Things looking a little bit better. It was backed up all the way back to Donaldson, but it looks like they cleared the left lane there. Maybe they got a tow truck in there. It made it a little bit worse for a while, but things are looking better. It went from red to yellow, but you're slow now all the way through on down to the bridge. Southbound 75, you're really bunching up from Lockland on down to Paddock, so right around that Ronald Reagan merge. Same with 71. You're slow there right around Fields Hurdle on down to 275. Pretty typical spots as far as the slow spots go. Still dealing with an accident on Murdoch Goshen Road. Now that's at Grog Run Road. Now I'm not making those names. Grog Run, I'm not sure. But that's up in the Loveland area, so if that might affect you and slow you down. And then heading in on 74, you're starting to slow down just right there at the 74 merge, northbound onto 75 up to Mitchell. So 471, typical spots.
Thank you very much.
You're so welcome.
Play that clip, if you would, that Biden talking about Ryan's new book.
Ryan has written a book called The Young Guns with two other fellas, members of the House. No, these are the Republican leaders in the House. You had. Unfortunately, the bullets are aimed at you.
Kind of funny. Number 6, William always comes true. College football. Number 6, LSU. At number 18, Texas A&M. Number 15, Rutgers at Temple. LSU's got to recover from the loss at Florida. Virginia Tech at number 19, Clemson. Number 24, Iowa State at Oklahoma State. Bowling Green at Massachusetts. Purdue at Ohio State. Minnesota at Wisconsin. Northern Illinois at Akron. Auburn at Vanderbilt. Wake Forest at Virginia. Army at Eastern Michigan. Stanford at California. Boston College at Georgia Tech. I think you covered South Carolina at Florida. That's the big one right there, baby. Brigham Young at Notre Dame.
Should be an easy dub.
Go Notre Dame. I tell you, Notre Dame. Whew. Now let's discuss some polls, shall we? Among likely voters, the Gallup poll, Romney, 52%, Obama, 55%. And I'm telling you right now, the following state polls messes up everything. But for the first time, Romney is ahead on the electoral map, but not how you would think. Get this. In Pennsylvania, according to the Washington Examiner, Romney's up 4 points, 49% to 45%. He hasn't even spent money there. But what's weird is Obama's up on him in Wisconsin, 51-45. Come on, Ryan. Romney's also up in Iowa, 51-43. The reason why that's important is those are states he needs if he doesn't win Ohio. Ohio, neck and neck. Obama 49, Romney 48.
God, he needs Ohio bad.
Yep. North Carolina, if it's 49-48 going in election day, he'll win because of turnout. North Carolina, he's up 6. Massachusetts, Warren is leading Brown 48-45. So there's the update in the polls. Can you believe how much money they spend and waste on polls?
By the way, my friend that we tried to pay off yesterday for his vote.
Yes.
Voted.
He did?
He voted early. Huh?
Did he tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Justin Schaefer, we did report that. I reported early. He just tuned in. We did talk about UC at Toledo. The poor Toledo Mud Hens. Mud Hens was the minor league team. What's the Toledo football team called?
Toledo Rockets?
Rockets?
Yeah.
The Rockets. Snow job on jobs. You know what? Paul Krugman of the New York Times is an idiot. I mean, you read his column and you think to yourself, economist?
Is he a jackwagon?
Oh, jackwagon him up big time.
Jackwagon?
What do Mr. Romney's economic advisors actually believe? As best as I can tell, they're placing their faith in the confidence fairy, in the belief that their candidate's victory would inspire an employment boom without the need for any really change in policy. Are you kidding me, Krugman? They don't want your policy. The issue that goes ignored, this is in the New York Times editorial, this nation needs sane and effective gun control policies, including the assault weapons ban, not political obfuscation. Whichever candidate wins, his term is certain to be marked by the shooting deaths of tens of thousands more Americans. Like in Chicago? It's all right, Justin. Justin admits he caught me late. Debate schedule. Monday, presidential debate, Lynn University, Boca Raton, Florida, 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Foreign policy. Bob, I'm a liberal. I want Obama to win too, Schieffer of CBS. And you know what? That's where Romney finishes him off, I believe. What do you think?
He needs to. Just a debate that's just solid. I mean, that's not he necessarily. I mean, he dominated him in the first debate. You can't expect that to happen again. You know, Obama just got caught with his pants down in that one. But as long as, I mean, honestly, I thought the second debate was great for Romney.
He kicked his butt.
So I really another debate like that, and really on foreign policy, he could. He should.
This is one that Obama's got no place to hide.
Right.
Denise, did you go to the Ryan Poston funeral?
I did not make it. No.
I went with Larry Grouse, my godfather, who was close to Ryan's
Dad
Jay. Remember, I told you I didn't know who Ryan's dad was. I didn't know which one.
Right.
And he was close to Jay, and I went. He got to see the grandmother. Phyllis is her name?
No. Oh my goodness! I just
Are you sure?
I always call her Mrs. Post. No, my mother's name's Phyllis, so I would remember that. My brother dated their youngest sister for 10 or 11 years.
His sacrament was packed. But anyway, they had a program. It was a really nice program, and they talked about his background and his life, and what a nice person and great kid.
Yeah,
and
it's a shame.
He learned Mandarin.
Really?
He learned Mandarin. He could have been a model. Handsome guy.
Oh, yeah. And his dad was, too. I mean, I haven't seen Jay in a long time, but...
Here's what, I went to the funeral, and I read the back of the program of his life, and, man, I tell you, I could understand why the family got mad about the comments that were made in the newspaper by her lawyer. I'm not going to mention the lawyer's name, because the lawyer I got a good relationship with, but, I don't believe for a minute that guy did anything to deserve what happened to him.
Well, nobody deserves to be shot.
Well, I'm talking about,
yeah.
They said self-defense.
Oh.
Nah, no way.
Yeah.
No way. Anyway,
29.
It was
it's
a tragedy.
Shame. Yeah. I bet it was packed. I know it started at 3 yesterday. It was like 3 to 6 or something, and then service at 7.
Yeah, they had to end the line, in the visitation. So
yeah.
We didn't get to the line. But sad. All right. For your listening pleasure, we come back. We're going to discuss some more issues, economic, political. I got a great story to tell you about the Erica Collins lawsuit that was filed yesterday against the Cincinnati police officer. Chuck had a surreal experience yesterday. This is Joan Jett, Crimson and Clover. Let's play Matchbox next on Class X Radio. This is the Bulldog on Class X Radio. Tonight, what time are the doors open?
8 o'clock.
All right, at 8 p.m. at the Madison in Covington. That's what it's called, the Madison. It's on Madison Avenue in Covington, Kentucky. There is a tribute band for Led Zeppelin, who everybody knows I've kind of gotten into the past year, and it's called Get the Lead Out. And Class X Radio is a part of this, along with Whackburger, which is across the street. But we're going to do a giveaway at 8 o'clock. And what you get is 2 tickets to Get the Lead Out. You get to meet me. I'll be down there. I get to introduce the band. You'll get to introduce the band with me. You get to join me on the stage. 2 meets and greets with the photo with them. Do these guys look like the Led Zeppelin? I mean, do they dress like them?
We got a poster of the. I doubt it.
Well, you know what? Actually, when I looked them up, they did say that they looked. They've
Do they
got
do the
long
costume
hair.
things?
You get 2 Class X T-shirts.
About that.
And 1 week Class X Facebook profile pic. How you like? You can't have won anything for Class X in the past 30 days. And I've got all these submissions. And coming up, we're going to have a vote like at the next break while you guys are listening to the music. Everybody in the studio will make a vote on your choices. I've picked out a few of the best, and we'll see what happens. One of the things that, it's important, and I want to make sure you can come. So don't send me a submission if you can't make it. That's a pretty good thought, isn't it?
It would be.
Obama's overspending. According under Barack Obama, the U.S. government has spent $11 for every $7 it's had to spend. Oh, good golly. Welfare spending. Under Barack Obama, spending for welfare programs has increased 32%. Wow. How to reduce America's talent deficit, according to Wall Street Journal. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the U.S. this year will create some 120,000 new jobs, requiring at least a bachelor's degree in computer science. But of all our colleges and universities put together, we'll provide only 40,000 new bachelor's degrees in computer science. That's not good. Chicago to tax bullets and firearms. Cook County, Illinois, has a proposal to introduce a 5-cent tax on bullets and a $25 tax on firearms in hopes of dampening rising gun violence in the area. Chicago homicides are up 26% this year. 409 have already occurred. Are you kidding me? Taxing bullets and guns? Like those guys buy their guns from your stores.
Right.
Man, let's jackwagon up Cook County.
Cook County.
Jackwagon?
I mean, what? Crazy. You got a traffic report, Denise. Or are you too busy eating your Snickers?
It isn't a Snickers. It was a crunchy granola bar, and I didn't want to crunch into the microphone. So
Go
now
ahead.
you want me to talk with my mouth full.
Okay, I'll talk for a little bit while you take a drink and clean your mouth. Take some scope there. Since I sit near you, I don't want you to have bad breath.
I'm okay.
Right.
You're nowhere near me. It's all right. I do have a couple accidents. I mean, the traffic is really starting to slow down out there. There's an accident with injuries on Ridge at Highland, also in Westchester, southbound 75 on the shoulder, the left shoulder, but that's going to cause problems just north of 275. So if you're heading southbound right now from around Cincy-Dayton Road, you're pretty much, that traffic's pretty heavy until you get down to 275. Then you're on and off your brakes.
It's heavy.
On down to, it's pretty solid. I mean, what do you want me to say? Slow. It's delayed.
It's heavy.
There you go. And then again, at least I didn't say sitting on your brakes. You're backed up there again. How about backed up? You're going to pick on that one, too. Right around Ronald Reagan Merge. The Ronald Reagan Merge to southbound, right through the Lachlan.
She's getting a little gutsy, isn't she, Garrett?
All the way.
so.
How about shut her microphone
Too
off?
big for her
71,
britches.
75.
Thanks, Denise, for playing. You seen that?
The power. She doesn't realize the power we have over her.
Yeah.
We
Denise,
just turned her microphone off. That's why you
Too
can't hear.
big for your britches. Hey, you ever seen this? You're eating a Snickers bar. You ever seen the Seinfeld where the George starts eating a Snickers with his fork and knife?
Well, I'm going to tell you something about that. Because I was getting ready to comment about my Snickers diet. I did this for a week, and I lost weight. And everybody told me, oh, that's bad for you. That's bad for you. Baloney. When I eat a Snickers, it makes me thirsty, so I drink a lot of water with it. I did a diet one time. You ought to try this. I have a Snickers for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and at night.
Nothing
Do you know a
else?
Snickers? A Snickers is like 250, 300 calories. So if you do that, first of all, a Snickers does fill you up.
They do.
But if you eat a Snickers, even a big Snickers, and you do that, you are eating under the calorie intake for a man for a day. So eat a Snickers at breakfast, eat a Snickers at lunch, eat a Snickers for dinner, and have one at night when you're hungry, and you will lose weight. Now, when did I do this? When I was 13, I went to Europe on a Latin school bike trip, and we hit a bicycle all through Germany. And
that's why you lost weight? You're biking up mountains.
No. I did this recently this past year and lost weight.
Oh.
But anyway, I lived on Snickers and a liter of Fanta. That's what I drank every day, and a Snickers and Fanta, so I could save my money so I could buy a cuckoo clock to come back from my parents.
Oh, I love cuckoo clocks.
Now, did you get your whole
Just
traffic
Snickers
report in?
and water?
Yeah, no, I didn't get it all in.
We'll get it all in, but just no smart talk this time, or we won't turn your microphone on. Go ahead.
Okay, boys. Northbound 7175, you're still slow from 275 on down to the bridge. They cleared the accident out that was blocking the left lane. That was right around Buttermilk. But again, they've gotten that out of the way. Listen to you two.
Jeez.
Southbound 71, you're slow from Fields Erdel all the way down to the Ronald Reagan merge there. 471, slow inbound. So not seeing any major accidents on the interstates, just that one I mentioned right at 275. So you are slow, like I said, from Cincy Dayton on down to 275.
How much you weigh, dog?
I weigh 192 pounds.
About you, Denise?
Last time You're going to ask a woman?
4 months ago, I weighed 223.
I'm at 130 something. 133 maybe.
Guess my weight.
You never ask a woman her age or her weight, Garrett, just so you know.
Yeah.
That's
you know
why-
what? And I'm on the radio.
That's
Nobody
why
knows.
I'm single.
Nobody
I'm
knows.
muscle, so I'll bet you weigh the same as me. Or do you weigh 220?
What do you think I weigh?
Either the same as me or 220.
What are you again?
192. I was 223.
It's a big con. What do you think I weigh, Denise?
I'll just round it off and say
Is this
2.
relevant to anything?
No, I'm just
2?
wondering. 260. You guys were way off. I knew I should go to Kings Island and play that game.
You know what? You should.
Hey, Garrett, I think you should.
You're just being nice.
I don't know.
Your muscles.
I couldn't, age-wise either, I couldn't guess. So, I mean, I do know your age, so that wouldn't work. But I would totally lose. But I want to get back to the Snickers diet.
Snickers and water?
Snickers and water, baby.
I would think that...
You didn't eat anything else? No
nothing
Chuck
else.
Rose, no?
No, nothing.
Wait, when did you do
Snickers-
the Fanta thing?
That was when I was 13.
Okay, so you were drinking pop and sugar.
You could eat anything. I did a chocolate diet. I lived on it. That's all I had. Everybody's like, what do you eat? I mean, I probably lost 15 pounds. All I ate was a chocolate bar.
I believe you.
Frozen.
I could do the Snickers
Frozen.
diet because those do
They
fill
do
you
fill
up.
you up. I'm telling you, they
it's
fill you
a
up.
thick candy
Exactly.
bar.
And
Well,
by
you
the
got
way,
peanuts.
here's what happens. If it's not, eat 2 of them. You're still way ahead of the game.
What's the recommended intake?
There's just no nutrition.
For a guy's like 2,100. You go under 2,100 calories, you're going to lose weight every day.
We need to look at the nutritional benefits.
There's peanuts, there's chocolates, there's water.
There's water. That is if you drink water. But the peanuts are good for you.
You know what crazy? They talk about the nutrition element and everything else. It's like, oh, you're not eating enough. That's not good. You lose weight. Who cares?
And if you feel better.
It may not be perfect, but for a month to lose weight, give me a break.
I went on a
They always
diet
talk
my
about
senior-
you should always do this. You should eat this. You should eat this. Well, you know what? Sometimes you got to do crazy stuff to lose weight, right,
Think
Mike
about all
Zimmerman?
the-
Oh, that's right. You never do that.
Well, I was going to say, think about all the movie stars and everything they do. So, I mean, it can be.
You can also just take speed. I did that too.
There you go. I went on a diet in high school, lost 40 pounds in like 3 months, ate once a day, one big, and then people did the same thing, like, that is terrible for you. Ate once a day, one big meal, like midway, 2 or 3 o'clock, ran 3 miles a day.
Good for you. All right, this is a great song. I've been dying to play this song. This is Matchbox 20. Matchbox 20. This was their first big hit, and I like Rob Thomas, even though he's a liberal dude. Everybody get on that Snickers diet and be skinny and underwear model like me. On Class X Radio, we're going to vote now for the winner, which we will announce at 8 o'clock. Yes, we shall. Hey, Bulldog. How about this? Google earnings were accidentally announced early, and the profit fell 20%. And the stock market went, it was down 8%. How about Microsoft? Profit down 20%. Ahmadinejad, I wish he would just die. You know, there's some people it's okay to wish dead. Ahmadinejad is one of them. The Iranian president said, how long can a government with $16 trillion foreign debt remain a world power? Well, guess what, jackwagon? When Romney's president, we're going to reverse this, and we're going to be fine.
You jackwagon?
Let's plug some events. First off, tonight, 8 p.m., there's a great event down at the Madison where we're going to be. Get the lead out. We want to promote that, of course. Grateful Life annual dinner. I think there's still tickets available tonight if you want to support that cause. Salt Festival, presented by Big Bone Lick State Park.
There you go.
This
See, you guys
weekend.
are making fun of me.
October 20th, the All-Kentucky Unbridled Roller Derby Tournament at NKU. Let me see. Fall Festival, presented by Country Pumpkins in Dry Ridges this weekend. Newport Harvest Fest this weekend. Harvest Bazaar and Turkey Dinner at the Loveland Presbyterian Church this weekend. Kinman Farms Fall Festival. And just to prove that I like police officers too, sometimes. Independence FOP Fall Festival this weekend.
They're kind of like attorneys. You can't live without them. You have to have
City of
prison.
Union has a festival this weekend. And, of course, the Ohio Renaissance Festival, too.
You know what? I have a few things, too.
I love that song, Garrett. Yes, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, today the Bras with Flair is on the square, and that starts at 11.
Bras with Flair?
Well,
What's that all about?
It's breast cancer month.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll go
starting
down
my
there. Bras
afternoon.
with
There
Flair,
you
man.
go. Okay, maybe you guys could go down there too, like
Yeah,
between
we're
5 and
there,
7,
man.
because
We're
they're going to
there.
have Tata 10 happy
Tata.
hour. Tatas. Well, but anyway, it is for breast cancer. You know, it is October, guys. Come on. So, but that's like an all-day thing. I mean,
We support breast. We don't support breast cancer. We support the fight against breast cancer.
There you go.
We want to protect
Okay.
the breast.
All right, absolutely, because
Save the-
You know what? Guys can get breast cancer too. So it's.
No,
I mean,
just ask the television guy. Oh, I'm having brain infarctions.
Ew.
I'm like Joe Biden these days.
Roker?
No, he had his own show. Montel Williams.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say, you know,
breast?
Catherine Nero just went through breast cancer this summer in June. They did a whole story.
I had a sister and sister-in-law that had it, so God bless those that fight it.
Right. Well, I mean, that's an all-day thing. I mean,
All
as
day.
far as down at the square, 5 to 7, they have happy hour. They have a fashion show at between 7 and 8, and 8 to 10 as a party after that. And then, you know, there's some. Have you ever heard of Ben Walls from Northern Kentucky? I know
Nope.
he has a concert
Sounds
this
familiar.
weekend. He's going to be at. And I mean, he's got some great music. Yeah, I mean, it's just cover music. There's the Cincinnati Half Marathon, too, and that is to support spina bifida. That's tomorrow morning.
Man, I got for several years, my best friend in the whole world was Joe Schmiotti. And we're still friends. We just never see each other. And his daughter has spinal bifida. And how they have just soldiered on, and she's brave, and they're brave, and they just act like nothing. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Well, they can go down and run tomorrow and support that. So
Special needs kids, people that take care of them, caretakers. That's who I'm dedicating my book, by the way, about Seth, my brother with cerebral palsy. I'm dedicating to the caretakers. It was an idea that my dad gave me.
That's neat.
It's the,
Lord's work right
the
there.
caregivers of special needs
You're writing
people.
a book too.
I've got 2 books that are 90% finished, and I need to spend 3 days somewhere locked up with each one of them, and I can finish them. My book about Seth will have people crying and laughing back and forth throughout every page. It is an awesome story. And it's just because the subject matter is so
How about
good.
the teachers at schools that help those kids too? I mean, that's a job. And they get paid the exact same.
And some of these
a regular teacher.
And some of these people, they get the heck beat out of them. I mean, you got some special needs kids that it's tough to handle.
They're feisty.
I mean, it really is. But that's a breast cancer, special needs, spinal bifida. We have to help those people that are in need. How about this? Monica Stories in Newsweek. Monica Lewinsky. I wonder if she's going to give details of the cigar brand.
Where has she been? What has she been doing? I mean, I haven't heard much about her.
Yeah. Real clear map. Romney takes his first lead in the Electoral College. That is good news. Didn't you think that, go back to the debate, didn't you think that Barack Obama wanted to get up and punch Romney? Go on, Governor. Go on, Governor.
Please continue, Governor.
Stop talking about me, Governor. I'm not interested in what you're saying right now, Governor. My goodness gracious. Touchy, 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 touchy.
Yeah, they were.
Are you going to any football games this weekend? What are you doing?
Elder Highlands tonight. Just my buddy had tickets.
I need to get to
At least you got some tickets, because I don't know how easy they are to get.
I got 3 tickets.
How early do you think I should get there?
I don't know, but I got 3 tickets to the Bengals game against Pittsburgh for my cousin Josh.
Oh, really? Sunday night
I'm not going to go, but I figure my kids will go.
Yeah.
I don't like going to games. I don't like crowds.
I don't either. I really don't.
I love going.
The pros especially. You can't take, not that I have a family or anything, but you just get these drunk, riled up hillbillies from the west side that go down there and try to pick fights with the other team. Pittsburgh week's probably the worst because there's half Pittsburgh fans and half Bengals fans in the stadium. It's just not, I mean, you go down there and just get all pissed up drunk. And,
angry.
Yeah.
You get angry, don't you?
No fun.
The weather's going to be nice, though.
Not to mention, I'd rather just get a pizza,
really,
sit on my couch, and watch the game on TV. I feel like that is.
See, I guess because I don't have the option to go that often because I don't get to. So I love going. I love going to the Reds games and just sitting. You know, I mean, I love
Reds
being right in
different. Yeah, I love going to Reds games.
But I love, you go to you go tailgate before a Bengals game and hang out with everybody. It's just, I don't know. Every time I've ever gone,
we go to most of the UC game. Me and my buddies go to most of the UC games. We'll tailgate. Those are a lot more just a friendly environment.
If you go early tonight, you can actually go across the street. You can hang out in front of Highlands with my friends. There's an area they have blocked off there. You can't park in there. It's only.
Did you go to Highlands?
I did.
What year did you graduate?
No, 83.
83. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell them I want to come to their tailgate.
I will.
They drink?
Yeah,
Oh,
they do.
I'm there.
They do. They have food. They have everything set up. It's really nice. So it's a lot of. They pay like $500. It's
if
a
I
booster
say,
thing.
hey, I know Dig.
Go in and I'll give you names, and you can go in and they'll let you in.
I'll show up.
Yeah, you should. They start about 5:00.
Highlands recruits.
You think?
I know they do. They've taken some great players from Simon Kitten neck of the woods.
Maybe they just wanted to move.
No, wait a minute. They don't recruit. They move in with their uncles in Fort Thomas. By the way, all you Highlands fans out there, I have great respect for your football program. If I was a high school football coach, I'd recruit too.
Yeah.
Well, but look at it this way.
I would.
Whether or not they recruit.
I would recruit legally, though.
Well, I mean, Catholic schools can get whoever they want.
Exactly.
So it's not fair to public schools.
You hit the nail on the head.
But you know what? Highlands is a great school.
It is
and
a good
if
school.
you've got a good football team, where are you going to be noticed the most? I mean,
Right.
if
You want to go to the best schools.
And so any parents, not necessarily that they recruit, but
I got
it's
a trivia question. The Neil Diamond song "Cracklin' Rose." Do you know what it's about?
Cracklin' Roads?
Cracklin' Rose.
Oh no, I have no idea.
Garrett, do you know what it's about?
I have no idea.
Zimmerman, you know what it's about? That is correct. It's about
Rosé
red.
wine.
It's about wine, baby.
He answered it right.
Rosé.
All right, here's Neil Diamond, Cracklin' Rose. When we come back, we're going to announce the winner of the Class X giveaway. Eric Deters, the Bulldog on Class X Radio. Here we go.
We have a winner.
We have a winner.
You ready?
Now, I'm going to read a few of these because some of them are funny. This had nothing to do with the contest, but Bulldog Nation member Rob said, Bulldog, I'm in Mexico right now, but I got to tell you, last night in my room on the cruise ship in the middle of the ocean, who was on my TV? The Bulldog. I took a pic. I'll send it to you.
How were you? I mean, was it your commercial?
It was the Inside Edition story.
Oh, okay.
That's funny. Now,
That
here's a finalist. Now, listen, Chastity, if you're listening, you and Ed can come on next Friday, okay? You get it down here at 8:30, and we'll put you on the air.
Bring breakfast.
Says, Dear Bulldog, I honestly think you should pick me because I was supposed to appear on your radio show last Friday and was unable to do so because you needed a few days off.
You know what? We're going to be on all day next Thursday. Maybe they could come down then.
That's even better. Chastity, come on Thursday. That's
Yeah.
even better. We're on from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. We'll squeeze you in. Good morning, Chuck.
I don't think we'll have to squeeze them too hard.
Bulldog Nation member Denise.
What?
Thank you for all the wonderful things she says. She's been a fan of the Bulldog forever. Not you, Denise, another Denise.
Do I get to win? Come on. Oh, I already get to
We
go.
must have at least 1,000 Denises.
Are you
going to
let Denise on stage tonight?
Her?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let her up there.
Oh, you will?
Yep. And radio
Mop the
listeners.
floor when the band's done.
But Denise, I want to let you know that you're the runner-up. So I don't. We got runner-up.
So if the guy
prize.
can't go,
Yeah, I guess if this guy can't go. Now here's the winner. Now I have to admit, he sucked up just too darn good not to give it to him. Okay.
I was pretty good. It was creative.
I mean, all right. The winner is, I got to find it in here. His nickname is Dangerous Jim. Okay? So, Dangerous Jim, if you're listening, you're the winner. Now, here's what Dangerous Jim had to say. I feel that the Bulldog and I have a lot in common. He's on the radio and works as a lawyer. I'm a front man and work as a salesman. Huh? We have both said and done some things that did not benefit our respective careers. What are you talking about, Jim? But we have learned from those experiences. His name's Jim Miller. All right. He has a nickname. My nickname is Dangerous Jim. The Bulldog and Dangerous Jim. Sounds like a comic strip. And an incredible coincidence, the Bulldog is an extremely motivated person, and the new Dangerous Jim single is a song all about called Motivated Man. Here is a sample of bridge and chorus. I can't stop trying because I'll start dying. I'm a motivated man. Getting things done around the clock. Come on, catch me if you can. I don't call on the phone. I yell in your face. The rats chase me in this rat face. Email sucks. Get my attention with Mace. Is this guy a rapper? One more thing. I love Zepp and was once in a band called Ozone that played 30 Zepp tunes. Rock on, Bulldog.
Very nice.
There you go. And he can pick those tickets up at Will Call tonight.
Yeah, you tell him what you do.
Doors open at 8.
You tell him what he won and where he has to go.
Well, you know what? He should know what he won because he entered the contest. So,
that's true.
I mean, the big thing is he was just excited to hang out with you. But, yeah, he can pick his 2 tickets up. You got 2 tickets. Jim, get down there. You get the meet and greet with Bulldog. So you want to make sure you're down there early. I don't know what time are you going to get there? You've got another event.
It depends. Chuck and I are going to sneak out of a dinner that we're going to be with our wives.
What time does that?
We don't know. It starts at 6, I think.
Oh, well, you should be good if you
we ought to
leave.
be good.
Be down there by between 8 and 8:30.
Now, when's the band go on?
They go on at 9.
I gotta make sure. Chuck, make sure we're there by 9.
You gotta be there before then. You gotta get them, introduce them. You got to do the meet and greet beforehand.
I know.
You know,
8:55.
8:55.
You got to hang out backstage with the group.
8:30 will work.
I've never hung out backstage with a bunch of rockers.
Should I wear my bald cap? Maybe in a suit. I could just be you.
No.
Okay. Well, I don't think that'll pass anyway.
You guys have
extra
fun
parts.
this weekend.
Where are you going?
You should be there, Garrett.
I'll be at the football game tonight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Highlands Elder game. Sure.
Well,
that ought to be a good game.
Let's play a song. We're going to come back after the song, but for the tribute band and Led Zeppelin tonight, get the lead out. And our winner, Jim Miller, we dedicate to all Zeppelin fans. And our winner, this is the Immigrant Song, which is my favorite Zeppelin song on Class X Radio. This is the Bulldog on Class X Radio. How do you like that? How do you like that?
There you go.
Immigrant Song. We have a winner, Jim Miller. Way to suck up, Jim. Maybe next time we give something away, the rest of you do a little better job sucking up.
Maybe he'll actually change the name of the song and sing to you. Make it about you.
No. I do not want anybody singing a Led Zeppelin song to me, and I don't want a man singing me a song of any. I do not need any Brokeback Moments.
Oh, now that we have our new studio, we should get Greg Ambergy in here sometime for Everybody Must Get Sued.
You know what? I have been asking Greg Ambergy repeatedly to come in, record, and do the song. And he just will not do it. It drives me nuts.
I don't get it.
Get in here, Ambergy.
By the way, we got a cheerleading clip we were talking about cheerleaders before. This is that Bring It On cheer, which is classic. This is smack.
What does she say? There must be something in the atmosphere. Something in the atmosphere. Clovers.
There's clovers. Their school mascot with clovers.
Okay.
It makes no sense. It's like Bob Dylan's poetry. It makes no sense.
I was going to say, what's that have to do with being cold? I don't get it. Am I missing something?
It doesn't make sense. It's like the Doors lyrics. It doesn't make sense.
You
just put some stuff together and you say it's poetry. Like Bruce Springsteen. At least he makes sense.
That's true.
I really enjoyed being on stage with Bruce. It was a good time. I said, hey, Bruce, you got any groupies you'd like to share with me? I got some cigars. little cigar humor there.
Hey, I introduced Bruce for you.
That's right, you did.
It's so nice to have Clinton stop in here all the time.
Bill's a big fan of the show.
How come all the girls love me? A true story. Bulldogs masseuse, Kim Guffey. She wants to meet me. I can't wait to meet her. She told Bulldog any day of the week, no matter where, no matter when. They do it all the time. Garrett, I can't help it. No wonder Hillary's mad at me all the time. That's a true story. Sorry, Kim, I'm blowing you up. My massage therapist said she would do Bill Clinton in a New York minute.
No way.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
And she's a nice girl.
Why?
She just loves Bill Clinton.
Matthew McConaughey, yeah, I'd be all over that, or Bradley Cooper.
What do you mean, being all over that, Denise?
Basically same thing she said.
You to find out. What do you mean, be all over that?
Things would just fly off, and I'd be like, okay. Yeah. That'd be it.
I think my wife would agree with you. You know how cool I was? I took my wife to that movie, Magic Mike, with, what's his
strippers.
name?
Wasn't that McConaughey?
McConaughey was one of them. Tatum Channing.
Channing Tatum.
Whatever that is. Channing Tatum. And I sat there and let her enjoy that strip movie. But I have to admit, it was kind of funny stuff.
Well, was it? Yeah. Well.
It was. They didn't have nothing on me. I could have got up there and been just.
Did you learn something?
Nah. I've already done all the stuff, the moves that they had.
I had to actually look him up to see who he was.
You ever did for a while? Pole dancing got big in the exercise world. Did you ever get on that, Denise?
Actually, you know what? I was actually going to try that out just this summer. I didn't do it yet, so I need to. I thought it'd be interesting. Come on, you have to have some good, solid core muscles to be able to do that.
You do?
Yeah.
Solid core muscles.
Yeah. You wouldn't know anything about that.
Hey,
right?
by the way, you all know my battle with the Enquirer. You're going to love this story. Chuck, you're going to really love this story. I'm representing David Dooley, who maintains his innocence in the murder of Michelle Omakbi, which, by the way, has made some people mad. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, he maintains innocence. Well, Janet Dooley, his wife, calls me and says, hey, the Enquirer contacted me and wants to come over today at 3:30 to do an interview. I said, really? He says, yeah, they asked me they'd like to be the exclusive interview. They'll run it in Sunday's newspaper and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, now just think about this, Chuck. The Enquirer knows I'm representing the Dooleys. They don't call me. They don't do anything. So do I cancel the interview? No, I don't cancel the interview. I've just invited Channel 5, 9, 12, and 19 to the Dooleys at 3:30. Perfect. So the Enquirer guy's going to show up to do this exclusive interview, and there's going to be 5, 9, 12, and 19. That'll teach him to go around my back. Is that not incredible? Perfect. Is that not incredible?
The way the cookie crumbles.
And it's like Jim Hanna. Jim Hanna apparently gets interviewed for this Dateline special. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why? It cracks me up the way they write about me, and then he'll be sitting there, look, I'm on national TV, Dateline, when he shouldn't be. What the hell? He did nothing but slander her. So I'm not happy about that. We got a break now. We come back. Chuck and I are going to tell you a great story on Class X Radio. This is the Bulldog on Class X Radio. Go to the Madison and watch Get the Lead Out tonight, and I'll be down there enjoying Led Zeppelin. Traffic report, Denise.
Well, we have an accident. Actually, this happened a little while ago in Lawrenceburg, and that is on US 50 in Indiana. And actually, air care was called to the scene. So,
ooh, not good.
No, it isn't good. And that was Hollywood Boulevard, the entrance right there at the Hollywood casinos. Multiple people were trapped in the vehicle. So, again, they still have that kind of all blocked off if you're in that area. You know what? It's a Friday. I told you, traffic is so much lighter as far as around the rest of the tri-state. Couple of accidents out there. Daily at Galbraith, West Galbraith, and also 75. There was that accident right around 275. I don't see it, and I don't see any problems from it. So other than that, things are just not that bad out there. I'm telling you. 4-day work week. We're going to keep tabs on this.
All right. Yesterday we filed a lawsuit in the Erica Collins case against the Cincinnati police officer, Matt Latsky. And I just want everybody to know that this is just the beginning, because I am now currently representing 4 or 5 black men or women that have been shot by white Cincinnati police officers. And in every situation, there's absolutely no reason or no basis for the shooting. And I know there's others out there too. So we will be adding the city itself, and we will also be making some very serious allegations, including sending some things to the Justice Department. I think the problem, which was supposed to go away with the collaborative agreement, has not gone away. But, Chuck, you tell the story, and I'll chime in as we go, possibly. And by the way, Chuck does not believe in ghosts, but Chuck and Chad, my son-in-law, they were out doing their stuff, and they had to file the federal lawsuit yesterday in the Southern District of Ohio at the Potter Courthouse in downtown. And tell the story, Chuck.
All right. Well, first of all, I mean, this story is with the utmost respect towards the family and everything.
I don't think the family's going to mind this story.
And so any wisecracks after this story, Bulldog and I will have to crack some heads. But anyway, Chad and I are on our way down to the federal courthouse to file this lawsuit, and it's like a sanctuary down there, man. It's just such a cool building. It used to be a post office. And you got all these brass post office boxes where everybody used to go down and get their mail. And I'm pointing out to Chad that every single one of these little gates, somebody used to work here. And, it's real quiet, dimly lit down there. And we're walking down the hallway, heading towards the clerk's office. And we open this gigantic solid brass door. And then we go in one door. And then we go in this other brass door to enter the clerk's office. And when we enter, you hear him, bing, boom. Like one of those little electronic sensors when you walk in the door. So Chad and I walk in, and we walk up to the gate, and here comes this lady. She's real sweet and nice. And she goes, "Hi, how can I help you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we just need to file this." And she goes, "Is this a new suit?" And we said, "Yes." And then we hear, bing, boom. And she looks behind us. And we didn't think anything of it. And then she starts saying, "Okay, well, that'll be $350. And, we have the check here." And then, bing, boom. Goes again, and then she really looked behind us, and she had a really strange look on her face. So she goes, "Okay, well, this will take me about 10 minutes," and bing bong, it goes one more time. It went 3 times, and she stopped, looked scared, looked behind us, and she said jokingly, "So how many ghosts did you bring in here with you?" And I just laughed it off, and I said, "Yeah, I don't know," and so then she walks away. She goes, "I'll be back in about 10 minutes. And Chad says to me, "Do you think your car's all right out there?" And I go, "Well, since you mentioned something about it, probably not. Maybe you should go check on it." So Chad leaves and to check on my car, make sure it wasn't getting towed. And I just sit down and wait for about 10 minutes. And here she comes, crying, bawling, tears coming.
The clerk crying.
The clerk bawling, tears coming down her face. Her mouth is shivering as she's talking to me. And she said, "I just want to apologize." She goes, I had no idea what this was about. And then in
other words, she realized it was the Erica Collins shooting. Go ahead, Chuck.
And then when I said something about the ghost, I just hope I didn't offend anyone. That may have been members of the Collins family, or I don't know. And then your friend, he left out of here. I didn't know if he was offended, but I'm just really sorry. And she was crying, bawling, and I just grabbed her hand, and I said, "Bless your heart. It's okay." And so I grabbed the file stamp copy, and I turned to walk away. And then I stopped in my tracks, and I turned around, and I said, "Now, wait a second. Are you telling me that door doesn't periodically just go bing, bong?" Dead serious, looked me straight in the eye and said, "Never." And I just was like, okay. So I leave, and I go tell Chad this story, and I'm like shivering. I'm shivering. I got chill bumps. But I tell Chad, and then Chad points out to me, and Chad just looks like he just saw a ghost. And Chad said, "Chuck, do you remember what Bo said?"
This is the father.
Bo is Eric's father. And I'm like, "No, remind me." Well, he lost his wife, and he lost his daughter at 9 years old, and now he's lost Erica.
The beat went 3 times. Equal, distant from each other. The clerk said it never happened before.
That just gave me goosebumps.
Now.
Not kidding.
You know what? I'm not a believer in ghosts, but the irony, and it's almost like the Erica, her sister, and her mother walk in to
Walked
get
in
some
with
justice for us.
Okay.
Walked in with you. Yeah.
Is that not incredible?
It is.
So I have to tell Eric about it. So I called the law office, and Eric was busy in a meeting. So I told Loretta about it. By the time I get back to the law office, Loretta says, Chuck, you're not going to believe this, but that lawsuit is already processed, filed, on the books, assigned to a judge. That always takes at least 7 to 10 days. So what happened was that lady got that. And she said, I better get on this right now.
Isn't that amazing that it moved her?
Did you hold the doors open when you left for everybody? Or did you even realize? I mean, that really did give me goosebumps because I don't know.
I mean, there's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told that story to my wife when I got home, and she bawled uncontrollably.
I had something.
It really got her.
I believe it. I had something happen where I had a space heater in my bedroom, and there was these weird lights bouncing around, and I don't know. I've lost 5 of my really close family members in the last 5 years, like 1 year. And there was 5 black shadows in my bedroom, and I mean it was really weird. It was like it was my grandma, my dad, and my grandpa, and my father-in-law, my brother-in-law. I'm like, and I saw all these shadows. So I guess I have to say I really do believe in that because I unplugged that heater and threw it away. I felt like they were trying to tell me to turn it off. It was weird. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty neat experience, and it would be really cool if you know, who knows what they see this thing through.
That's crazy. I mean, you hear stories like that too all the time, and I've never been one to say like that's not true because these people that tell stories like you know similar to yours, they're so believable. These people are 100% I mean, they could be people like you and I, Chuck, that maybe necessarily didn't, you know, believe before, but like we were saying, weren't against it, and then all of a sudden, a complete 180. They're totally. Wow, that happened. You know, that sort of things.
When something weird like that happens, you kind of question it at the time. I mean, you probably were like, but then you know, there's something about it that makes you stop and that really hits you.
Something happens, yeah, and God bless Erica Collins.
Yep,
unbelievable. You know, you have to sometimes wonder. All right, we're going to get our final song is not going to be George Harrison Day. We're going to find a Get the Lead Out song. But we finally got one of my top all-time feel-good songs that I've been wanting to play. And then after this song, we're going to play the new Bond song by Adele.
That's great, yes.
But this song here is one of my favorite feel-good songs. It's Owl City called Sunburn. Eric Deters, the Bulldog on Class X Radio. Well, another high-profile client texted me during the radio show and wants me to call him. Lawyers are going to start hating me, man. I don't care. They already do.
That's an open and shut
jealousy
thing, I would think.
Jealousy will get everywhere. By the way, I need some staff. Chuck and Chad are killing themselves. I need if anybody out there, and I always make somebody mad when you do this, but if anybody out there needs a job, a secretarial job, and I just don't take anybody. I mean, I got some standards, very high standards. But so I'll make you mad when you apply and I'd reject you. But from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday, I need somebody in the office at Independence. I prefer you live near Independence because it makes it easier. 2 to 5 p.m. if you're looking for a part-time job. Also, if you're a lawyer out there listening, you don't have any business, I need lawyers. So I'm giving out the airway. Am I allowed to do that on a nonprofit or not?
I don't know if you are because you're.
I'm not promoting anything.
No,
I'm just desperate.
You're offering people a job. I mean, it's more of a public service.
That's what we need.
Look at it.
Jobs. Yeah. It's a public service.
Public service.
Public service is the way I
This is a public service announcement.
We got no food.
I've never gotten a radio station in trouble for FCC, and I don't want to do that.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
It's a public service getting jobs.
It is. It really is.
Denise, is there an update on traffic report? Bob from Aurora said that one accident took him 45 minutes. He had to do an alternate route, and he appreciates your traffic report.
Well,
so your traffic report saved somebody.
Well, I mean, did he get it right? But it said it took him 45 minutes.
Garrett and I talk behind your back like it's a big waste of time, so we're glad it helped somebody.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, that's just it. You guys don't realize, because we are in here, we don't realize how problems can slow people down. So, you know, they still have that listed as being open out there. They had Air Care come in. They still have an accident at Murdoch Goshen Road at Run. So, But as far as the rest of the Tri-State, everything seems to be moving along a lot better. These other accidents they have listed on here aren't out there because I looked at everything. So it's Friday. I'm telling you, it's just a lot lighter on Friday.
Slows down on the Friday.
No, it's better. Well, slows down as far as the volume of traffic on the roads. Yeah.
Hey, we got a major problem in our first Class X radio giveaway. The guy who sucked up and won it.
Oh,
This is not funny. Apparently, there's a death in the family, and he can't make it now. This suddenly came up. So the runner-up, Bulldog Nation member Denise,
not me,
gets it. So I've sent a response, but I haven't heard. What if she's smarting that she wasn't chosen and she doesn't accept?
Uh-oh.
Chuck, we'll have to make sure because she said she could make it.
Okay.
That's an honor to be chosen.
I know.
Better go.
It's like a runner-up, Miss America, man. You know what? When who was the penthouse poser that got kicked out?
That's right. She wasn't good enough to win, but
she posed naked with a woman, so they kicked her out.
Right.
Well,
so there was a backup. They always said, now it's very important. The runner-up is very important because for whatever reason, the winner cannot fulfill their duties. The runner-up.
She was on Desperate Housewives. I mean,
so Denise, you're the runner-up, and you now win.
What's Denise's last name?
Hill.
Denise Hill.
Mm-hmm. All right. By the way, we're not making this up now. We have been filing so many lawsuits that the clerk's offices play this song now when Chuck comes in to file a lawsuit in the clerk's office. They play this song. We can't believe it. It's getting a little ridiculous.
Wow, Chuck, that's an honor.
The Lone Ranger.
I just thought of that. Here comes Chuck with a lawsuit.
I.O. Silver. You gotta ride into court on your steed. Hey, can I make a plug? Can I get a
plug? But listen, you can't promote. You have to say you can get information. We got to learn these rules.
Get information.
There you go. Get information
on voting. And vote for the giraffe was born at the zoo the other day. A female giraffe.
That's not an issue, is it? Are we going to get in trouble for promoting a giraffe?
Right. It's a sweet little giraffe.
I mean, I'm just nervous, man.
Didn't the last giraffe die a few weeks?
We shouldn't be laughing about giraffes dying, man.
No. But anyway,
we ought to be crying.
You can go to the zoos.
Giraffes are so cute.
The zoos. My stepmother, Leslie, awesome woman. Is the
don't promote her?
Is on no, I know. Just on the board at the Rosie Reds for the Reds. And
that's one of the names.
One of the names is Rosie for this giraffe. Go to the zoo's Facebook page and vote Rosie as the new name of this giraffe. By the way, have you ever seen video of a giraffe being born?
No,
These
why is
things
it
are
online?
so tall.
It's not high on my list.
You ought to watch it. It's awesome. Jake's seen it. Yeah, they're enormous animals.
I
anyway.
have foaled horses, and I have helped pull calves out.
They fall.
So I've been there.
They fall. Like a giraffe is so tall that these things just fall like 6 feet.
If you
plop on the
do
ground.
If you do it stand up, you do. But I've helped. You ought to see a horse. These horses, they come out as tall as their mama.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy. How long is the new Bond song? By Adele.
That one, that'll get us to the break. You're going to love this song.
All right, this is an Adele song. This is the new Bond song for Skyfall, coming soon to theaters everywhere. And we got the Get the Lead Out song, Baby, I'm Gonna Leave You, will be our last song instead of George Harrison on Class X Radio. This is the Bulldog on Class X Radio. My goodness gracious. What a weekend. Tonight, because we are Class X Radio, we want to promote the Led Zeppelin band, tribute band, Get the Lead Out. And coming up, we're going to play one of their songs called Baby, I'm Going to Leave You. Baby, I'm Going to Leave You. Bill Spry says they sound just like Led Zeppelin. Well, I hope so. They're a Led Zeppelin tribute band.
Better.
Remember that movie Rockstar where they were a tribute band to Judas Priest, really? That was the kind of the... That was a good
Judas
deal.
Priest Barbers.
But I'm going to be down there. The doors open at 8 o'clock at the Madison. I'm going to be down there to meet and greet, and I'm going to be introducing the band on the stage. I'm going to need all my security there, I'm sure.
Your bodyguard.
Strapped, packing, and then let's have some fun. Class X Radio, Led Zeppelin tribute band. How do you beat that?
Are they going to do the immigrant song?
I'm sure they will.
What else is?
They need to dedicate that to Bulldog.
Stairway? Will they slow it down and do some Stairway?
I don't know. By the way, Dateline tonight, 10 p.m. with Sarah Jones. And Denise made a comment about, was that song a rock song? James Bond crosses all genres.
Absolutely. Didn't it sound like a James Bond song?
It sounded like a Bond song. They're going to have those silhouettes of naked women swimming around when the song's playing. And by the way, I always liked Roger Moore because they seemed like the Bond. And I'll be honest with you, I've liked all the Bonds. I thought Pierce Brosnan did a good job.
Yeah.
But my favorite Bond, Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
I like Daniel Craig. Those tight little suits, the way he walks with, I just love him. So he's kind of my favorite Bond, and I love the whole Bond thing. The Bond movies are great. Kind of great. Like John Stone. Denise, do you have a final traffic report for all the commuters out there?
Yeah, we got a problem northbound 7175. There's an accident just before the Brent Spence Bridge, and that traffic is already kind of just sitting like a parking lot from Kyle's on down. So if you're just now leaving, you're going to run into some problems there. The rest of Tri-State looking pretty good.
Good news to report. Our winner is going to be there.
Good.
She's going to make it.
Yeah, she's going to make it. The runner-up wins. Is going to be there.
There we go.
Now she wishes she was Miss America.
And now, of course, Chuck and I will be there. You going to come, Garrett?
At the football game.
Oh, that's right, football game.
I will be there.
I didn't ask you.
Okay, well, I don't care if you asked or not. I told you.
Let's face it.
Don't forget to go to the Facebook page for the Zoom.
See how many people come to see me and how many people come to see you.
Let's face it. They're going to come to see Denise because for obvious reasons.
I'm on the radio. They don't know what I look like.
You got stuff that we don't have, man. It's not fair.
How many times do you get face for radio? Those stupid jokes.
It is a stupid joke.
You
got a face to do radio.
Oh, you got a face for it.
I like
you got a face that's about to get punched by a fist, pal. Hey, the Zoo's Facebook page, vote for that giraffe.
What's the giraffe's name? Rosie?
They want to name it Rosie.
Is that why we played Cracklin' Rosie?
Rosie, that's why we played Cracklin' Rosie. Lil Neil.
You got to learn how a giraffe, poor little giraffe,
Garrett's
falls
mom
6
is so
foot,
proud of
breaks
him.
its neck. How about little baby alligators? Hard to feel sorry for baby alligators. You go down there at the swamps in Florida and you learn that, there's thousands and thousands of little baby alligators, and they just go out in the swamp, and 1 in 1,000 survive.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God.
Who eats them? Other alligators?
I don't know.
Yeah, the bigger alligators.
They might.
Like a snack.
I think the world would be better off if all alligators died.
Oh, there's a reason for them.
What good are they?
What good is an alligator?
Sometimes I see this animal's about to go extinct. Well, good.
I know.
I think it's only bad news for people.
They're like monsters.
Right.
They are. They're like monsters.
Oh, you're telling
Seriously,
me
what good is an alligator?
I agree.
Kill all the monsters.
What else? Snakes. What good is a snake? They say they eat rats. No. We'll take care of killing the rats and the mice. We don't need snakes to help us kill them.
Right.
My cat brings me chipmunks all the time and dead animals every day.
Oh, my gosh.
Snakes are the worst.
A female Bulldog Nation member said, I'd do Daniel Craig. My God, what's happening to our show?
People are
talking about Matthew McConaughey. People are talking about Daniel Craig. We're out of control.
You even agree with me on Matthew McConaughey.
All right. Every dog has their day. I hope tomorrow's yours. We're going to have a great weekend. Led Zeppelin tribute band, Get the Lead Out. And this is them. Get the Lead Out on Class X Radio.
Baby.